Hi. So I'll be talking about graduate application checklist. So if you want to apply for your master's or your PhD, what are the documents you need? I made the list from the most prioritized to the least. I'll talk about how to get each of these documents. So the first most important on our list is CV, academic CV. Then number two is transcript. Now, CV and transcript usually goes hand in hand, but I just put CV because assuming you are still in the university, you're about to graduate, you don't have your transcript yet, and then you saw a supervisor, potential supervisor that is doing a research project that you're interested in, and you need to email that supervisor, that professor. You don't really need to have a transcript because you don't have it yet. You're still in school, right? What you definitely need to include in that email is your CV. So that is why I put CV as number one. Then if perhaps you are done with school, you've gotten your transcript and all that, then you can include it. Yeah. So how do you go about your CV? CVs there are different kind of CVs. Really, like me, I have 4 different CVs. Is even 5. So academic CV is more detailed. CV is very important. You need it to write to a supervisor that will give you scholarship, or even though you're applying to all these organizational scholarships like Chevening, Commonwealth, your CV have to be like top notch, or Erasmus Mundus, all those kind of scholarships. Your CV has to be guinea top notch. After your CV, your experiences, your skills, and all the things you said you are or you've done, the next thing is to check your academic qualification. And how best could they check it? From the courses you've done and what you graduated with, and everything there is listed on your CV, on your transcript. So your transcript is the next on the line, but in some cases you need the two. How do you get your transcript? It's easy. You apply to your school. Any school you graduated with, they have their own whatever method of application. You just apply. But I know that it takes time. The earlier the better. Once you graduate, start your application. Even though you don't need it, start your transcript application so that it wouldn't be too much. You wouldn't be in a rush when you need it. So the earlier the better. So the third on the list is statement of purpose. So statement of purpose is another important document that summarizes your skills, your experiences, your passion, your drive. What is driving you in doing whatever you are doing? You are going for masters, you are going for PhD. Why? It is in that document that you give in-depth description of who you are, your passion, and then why you choose the program, why you choose the school, even the country you are going to. So it's a comprehensive document. SOP is also called personal statement. So it's just about you. Even from the name, you should know what it entails. They just want to know you. What is driving you? Who are you? Why are you choosing our school? Why do you want this scholarship? Why do you think you are the best among all the whole candidates? So it's personal thing. It's an essay. It's basically an essay. But you can learn how to write it, how to put your ideas in a very good constructive essay, flowing from beginning to end. You can learn that. I'll talk in depth about it. We have 3, right? CV, transcripts, statement of purpose or personal statement, and then we have this letters of recommendation and GRE or TOEFL. Now, for letter of recommendation, you might not really need to have it. All you need is to inform people, your referees or your recommenders, that you are intending to apply and you are intending to use them as a referee. The reason why you need to let them know on time is so they can be able to complete your recommendation on time, because Recommendation is very important. Recommendation letter is one of the most important thing that can sorry that can make you eligible to it for any scholarship or admission. So tell your telling your supervisor on time or your referee on time that you're applying and you will need him or her to be your referee is very important. It's not all of them that allows you to upload it by yourself. For UK schools, you can get your recommendation letter from your supervisor or your lecturer and upload in the application portal. But for some, in fact, for all the US schools that I've seen in Canada, they don't need you to upload anything. All you need is to put your supervisor's email address and name, title, wherever. They will send a link to the person. The person will now fill it and submit back to them. So in that case, you know that you don't have access to this and you can't even control it. So the only thing you need to do is to inform your supervisor on time. Keep reminding them when you've submitted your application, and then so that they can check their email and complete it for you, because it's very, very important. Also, for some of you that have graduated maybe years back, your supervisor might not really remember you again. They might not really remember some of the things you've done. As they're writing to your referee, you try and attach your CV just to give them an overview of who you are and what you've done. They might know you just in your academic, wherever, but at least an overview of every other thing you've done is good to give them a wholesome summary of who you are and how good you are and all those, so that it will help them to write something tangible. So now we are number when how many? Number 5. First is CV, transcripts. 3, statement of purpose or personal statement. 4, letters of recommendation. 5, exam documents, your GRE, TOEFL, or IELTS. Exams like GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, and all that. In bracket, I put if needed. And why I put if needed is because it's not every country that you need to write this. It's not every school that you need to write this. Some school waived it. So it's just based on what your school wants. So those exams is school specific and country specific as well. So if your school need it, you can prepare it. So then number 6 on the list is passport. Before you ask me what about your degree certificate, your degree certificate is there. It's not like school will definitely need your degree certificate later, but the most important thing you need is your transcript. And there's no how you even get your transcript without your degree certificate. So that's why I didn't like make it a number, because it's just there. So why did I put passport as almost the last? Number 6. Why did I put passport? I noticed that people, the ones they want to travel or they want to do school application, the first thing they will be running for is passport. Yes, it's yes and it's done. Passport is good, but do you know that you need passport at the later stage? Do you know that people have used their normal NIN, national identity, like NI, I'm talking about Nigeria, right, to apply for scholarships? But you need it to get your visa, right? It's not one of the major things you need. You need to write to supervisor. You need to construct your CV and make it, top notch, your academic CV. You need to write the exams. If your school require you to write some of the exams, you need to prepare and write them. You need to inform your referee that you're applying. You need to sit down and write the very convincing statement of purpose or personal statement. These are the things you need to sit down and search for schools, search for programs. So I put passport at the list in another way. Why I said yes or no, let's say in the yes part of it, if you're applying for a scholarship like Chevening, Commonwealth, Erasmus Mundus, all these big name scholarship, just like popular scholarship. If you apply for them, definitely you will need to include your passport, because it's not like stage by stage. You start your application, you finish, you submit. I'm not talking about those kind of scholarship. I'm interested in all these school specific scholarship that school gives you, or scholarship that a supervisor gives you. That is the one I made this list for. But for those other ones that are generalized scholarship, external scholarships like these ones I listed, of course, passport might be your number two or number three, because you need it. It's one of the things you need to upload for you to submit your application. So don't get me wrong there. So that is it. Then the list of everything in the year is what? Money. So why did I put money last? Because I'm talking about scholarship. I'm not talking about self-funding. I'm talking about scholarships. That is why I put money last. In as much as you've gotten a scholarship, for the kind of scholarship that I'm talking about, mind you, like, make sure that you're quoting me correct and you're understanding what I'm saying. For these school specific scholarships, this is the list you need. And for these school specific scholarships, I put money last. Why did I put money last? Because you still need money to run some of those things. You need money to apply for your transcripts, right? It's not free. You need money to run your passport, right? Abi? You need money to do your visa application. You need money to buy your flight tickets. You need money to buy things that you need to travel now. Abi? Now, this is for these school specific scholarships. For this other scholarship that I mentioned that is popular, and they require some certain documents to be first and the other ones to be last, you might not really need money like that. Why? Because some of these scholarships covers everything. It covers your flight ticket, covers your visa. Chevening will even book your through and fro, so you know the day you are leaving. Maybe as your program is ending September, you are leaving September 30th, they will book your through and fro. So you don't need to do anything. The only thing you need to do is that maybe buy the things you need. Ogola. Just buy your clothes, maybe your winter jacket, something like that. That is the only thing you need. But it covers everything. But for this other scholarship that is school specific, it usually covers your tuition and your living expenses. That's all. So every other expenses, your visa application, your flights, how to arrange some of these documents, you need to do that. But because generally I'm talking about scholarship, I put money last, because the money you need when it has to do with scholarship is least. Is very, very minute compared to somebody that is self-funded. So this is like a comprehensive checklist. Let me run through them again. Number one is CV. Number two is transcript. And I've talked about how these two can go hand in hand depending on your situation, right? Number three is your statement of purpose or your personal statement. Number four is your letters of recommendation, and I've talked about how you can get this and how you can make it easier for yourself. Number five is the examination documents like GRE, TOEFL, IELTS. Then number six is your passport. You need your passport. And then number seven, which is the last, is now money. And I've given a brief overview of how you can get all of this, but I'll still do an in-depth video on each and every one of them, especially on your CV and statement of purpose. Other ones I can combine them together because it's not really that encompassing. But you see, your CV and your statement of purpose, it's very, very important that you do it very, very well. So this is it. I think I'll see you next time, and please try and share my video and like and subscribe, of course.